Alligators are carnivores and known as apex predators. They are opportunistic feeders preying on animals that are easily accessible near the water, such as wild hogs, deer, other mammals, other alligators, and sometimes people's pets. The juvenile alligator's diet includes insects, amphibians, fish, snakes, turtles, small mammals, and birds. Alligators are cold-blooded. They regulate their temperature by basking in the sun, and by moving to locations with warmer air. They stop feeding when the temperature drops below 70 degrees Fahrenheit, and become dormant when the temperature drops below 55 degrees. Alligators are typically dormant throughout the winter. They usually can be found in burrows along the banks of water. They can be found in parts of Florida, Louisiana, Alabama, Oklahoma, Georgia, South Carolina, Texas, North Carolina, and now even parts of Tennessee. There are approximately 1.3 million alligators in Florida. They can be found in nearly any body of water. They prefer freshwater lakes, slow-moving rivers, and wetlands, but also can be located in brackish water habitats and sometimes, although rare, in salt water. With that many apex predators roaming around Florida, one would think there would be far more attacks, but it's actually rare. Alligators have powerful jaws lined with approximately 80 cone-shaped teeth, which measure up to an inch in length. The alligator's jaws are known as being one of the most powerful on the planet. A study by Dr. Greg Erickson of Florida State University in 2005 measured the most powerful bite force ever recorded at that time. The alligator's bite force measured 3,000 pounds per inch. That's 3 times the bite force of a bone-crushing hyena's bite. In 2012, the saltwater croc surpassed that record with a bite force measuring 3,700 pounds per inch. When a large alligator clamps its jaws down on its prey, it can crush skulls or tear off limbs. Once it grabs its prey, there's no way to escape. It usually drags its prey underwater to drown it. Then it will use spinning, known as the death roll, to tear off bite-sized parts. The death roll is powered by the alligator's massive tail, which is solid muscle. Here the alligator is stalking wild pigs. Unfortunately, people living near alligators sometimes become complacent. They've lived side by side with these massive predators for so long and nothing happens, so they forget how dangerous they really are. Gloria Serge, age 85, lived at 14313 Aguirre Avenue, at the Spanish Lakes Fairways community, in Fort Pierce, Florida. Fort Pierce, Florida, is located in St. Lucie County. It is known as the Sunrise City. It has a population of just under 48,000 citizens. Gloria was a widow who enjoyed walking her Shih Tzu, Trooper, every day. On Monday, February 20th in 2023, Gloria was walking her dog near a retention pond behind her house when a 10-foot alligator came out of the pond and went after her small dog. Gloria intervened. During the interaction, she fell down and the gator grabbed her by the foot, then dragged her into the water. A nearby neighbor, Carol, had her window open and heard the commotion. She ran outside and attempted to help her friend. She grabbed a pole from her yard hoping she can help, but the gator had already dragged Gloria in the water. Carol ran into her home and called 911.
Oh my God! The alligator's got us! An alligator has a woman! How big is it? It's a huge gator! It's huge! I don't have anything to get to her! She was walking her little dog, and the gator grabbed the dog and took her fell down. Is she alive? Yes, she's alive! She pulled her in! He pulled her in the lake! Too late! It's too late! Oh my God! Did you pull her under? Yes! Oh no! I was trying to stick a pole out for her, and I was calling you at the same time, and she's gone. Okay. She's gone.
Carol later told reporters that Gloria surfaced once, pulled her hair from her face and took a deep breath. She said she told her to try to swim to the boats on the side of the bank, but Gloria said she couldn't because the gator had her. She then went under the water. Gloria Serge did not survive the attack. Authorities recovered her body a short time later, and they contacted a nuisance alligator trapper to locate and euthanize the large reptile. The alligator weighed around 700 pounds. Gloria's dog, Trooper, survived the attack. A neighbor is caring for the small dog until relatives can take possession of him. The Homeowners Association where Gloria Serge lived released a public statement saying, "We are saddened and shocked by the terrible accident that occurred to a resident. The unfortunate person had been a resident at Spanish Lakes Fairways for more than 20 years. Encounters with alligators in Florida are rare, but by no means unheard of. In the past, we have removed those alligators reported to be of danger. We respect wildlife and try to do what is reasonable for everybody. To the best of our knowledge, no resident has ever been harmed in the 50-plus years that Spanish Lakes has been in existence. Our thoughts are with her family and friends." The Florida Fish and Wildlife Commission said dogs are more susceptible to being bitten than humans because dogs resemble the natural prey of alligators. The sound of dogs barking and playing can draw an alligator to the area. In June of 2022, a Florida resident was playing fetch with his 40-pound black Labrador retriever mix named Toby when an alligator exploded out of the water and grabbed the dog by the head and disappeared into the water with the dog. The owner went into the water after his beloved pet but noticed the size of the large gator and immediately got out of the water. The owner of the dog, Josh Wells, said it happened so fast that his dog never knew what happened. He never barked or anything. A trapper later found the alligator that ate the dog and it was euthanized. Wells said, "There's cul-de-sacs, you're not expecting a gator to come out and eat your dog." He said he would frequently take his dog to the area where the attack happened, and children were always playing near the same water. The Florida Fish and Wildlife Commission says people should keep their distance, and keep their pets on leashes and a considerable distance from any body of water. They said that alligators are opportunistic feeders, and prey on easily accessible species. If a dog comes within striking distance, it's going to get taken. Another incident happened in March of the same year when an alligator killed a 50-pound pit bull on the State College of Florida campus. Once the incident was reported to the Florida Fish and Wildlife Commission, a trapper removed 2 alligators. As of November 2021, the Florida Wildlife Commission has recorded 26 human fatalities involving alligator attacks since 1948. However, the numbers have been increasing, and over the last several years there's been at least 1 fatality each year, and at around a dozen attacks resulting in injuries. Although alligator attacks are extremely rare, when you have people and gators living side by side, eventually an attack can happen. The best way to survive is to avoid the attack in the first place. The vast majority of alligator attacks are not fatal. If you find yourself in a life or death struggle with an alligator, here are some tips that may be critical to your survival. It's critical that you fight back for survival by punching, kicking, or attacking the gator's eyes. An alligator's eyes are their most sensitive areas. It can't risk injury to eyesight, so usually an attack to the eye is all it takes for the gator to release. Only 1 out of 8 attacks will result in death. The chances of being attacked by an alligator in Florida is 1 in 3.2 million. More people die by lightning strikes in Florida than by alligator attacks. Some common sense tips. Keep your pets on a leash, and do not allow them to swim in water sources where alligators could be. Do not walk your pets anywhere near a water source. Refrain from feeding ducks, geese or fish in waters where alligators could be. Closely watch young children, and don't allow them near any body of water where alligators have been spotted. Never go near an alligator no matter how small it appears to be. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more from Wild Animal Network.